Good morning and welcome to another edition of the Daily Fix. I am your usual host and presenter, Advocate Fudohoya. This morning I just want to look at some breaking news coming out of the MEYIWA trial. I am told in strict confidence, in very, very strict confidence. And by that I mean that I'm not going to give you the name of the person who disclosed this information to me, like it was given to him in confidence. But he didn't mind me sharing it with him, because he knows I run the Daily Fix, so from time to time he supplies me with news. He's my news source. The news that I have for you this morning is Advocate Charles Mnisi may withdraw from the MEYIWA trial. When I heard that, I said to myself, this trial is really beset with problems. Because should that take place, we are in for postponement after postponement, with disastrous consequences for the need for justice to be dispensed speedily. That is the news that I have. Now, what is the reason for this? Advocate Mnisi, some of you should have seen him, how visibly, angry he was when this issue about the funding by legal aid of that application for discharge, that 7174 application. There was at some stage, you'll recall, when he even said that he doesn't want to discuss these issues. These are simply administrative matters, and he's a legal man. He's here to deal with issues of the law, not administrative issues like where, when, and how he gets paid. So if you tie that up, with the commitment that he exhibited at the close of the state case, when he informed the court that he will definitely embark on a Section 174 application for the discharge of his clients, you could say the man was really up to the task. He was really, showing that enthusiasm for that application, perhaps in line with his professional obligations towards his client. Now, Advocate Mnisi operates under the Judicare program run by Legal Aid. He's a legal aid defense lawyer in this case. So I'm told what really broke the camel's back was when Legal Aid indicated to him that they will not be funding that application for discharge if he was going to seek a 4-week postponement in order for him to get his house in order and get that application underway. Because you'll recall that they imposed conditions on him that, among other things, they'll only fund him for 2 hours preparation per day, and that is on condition that the trial is going ahead, and that will still be entitled to his daily rate on top of the 2-hour preparation period that they said they would pay. That totally frustrated him, because Mnisi told the Pretoria High Court that in order for him not to come up with a wishy-washy, half-baked application, he needs that for 4 weeks to come up with, a cogent application. An application that will make him proud that, he is discharging his professional obligation to the accused person. So when legal aid then told him that, no, we are not going to accede to your request, much as we are not per se, against you coming up with this application. But these are the terms and conditions that we put on the table. So he was then left with an option. The option was either to take what was being made available by legal aid, or like Advocate Ngumalo, simply go ahead and do this application free of charge. And you recall that Mnisi made it abundantly clear to the court that it would not be sustainable for him, to go for a whole month doing that preparation without him getting any payment. So, in view of the fact that legal aid was also not backing off, the only option that was left for him under the circumstances was to withdraw that application. And you can imagine how frustrating it is for a lawyer who has consulted with his clients and come to the conclusion with his clients, having assessed all the legal issues involved. He then comes to an agreement with his clients that they must come up with a Section 174 application for discharge, only to find that the people who are funding that application, for some reason or other, impose conditions for Advocate Mnisi, such that which conditions Mnisi finds rather unacceptable. And that eventually leads to him abandoning that application. So you can imagine how frustrating it is for Advocate Mnisi, because he now has to go forward in this trial, in spite of the fact that there'll be this huge gap that you will have left behind him. You see, that can be very frustrating as a legal practitioner. So he feels offended by it all, because his own position was that, or his own position is that legal aid should have acceded to that request, and should have, so that he can discharge his professional obligations to his clients, in line with the right to legal representation that is enshrined in the South African Constitution. So that is the situation that we find ourselves in, and this has been communicated to me. The trial has been postponed to the 25th of August. We don't know whether this withdrawal will happen on the 25th, or he'll make some communication to the court about such a withdrawal. But the normal procedure is to come before court and formally place it on record that you are in fact withdrawing. So these are some of the developments that we are seeing, and we just have to live with these inevitabilities. Mnisi is perfectly entitled to go, however, in any direction that he wants to take. At the end of the day, the bottom line is he's the only person who can make that decision. Having said that, let me thank you for watching this video. And let me also thank you for watching all the other videos in the past, and indeed those that I'll make in the future. Please like and share these videos, and kindly subscribe, and have a wonderful, wonderful start to the week. Thank you.